around the corner, they have a lot of windows. Like, all, I have to find out the name of it. I think so. Is that one where it's like a big square with a lot of windows? Yeah. Yeah. And my Rachel, nice to meet you. And my brother and sister-in-law live in Charlestown. Her family, they met in New York City, and her family lives in Marblehead. Yeah. This is Riley. Hi, say hi. So thank you. All right. Yes, nice to meet you. Okay, enjoy.
So, happy birthday. Thank you.
I know it was yesterday, but
Yes.
still.
So on the Debbie Freeman Ahavat Olam,
Yeah,
so the ending of it is different than
correct.
So I'm gonna do it as written.
No, I think
No.
I could do it this way. No, you know, I usually shorten it.
I always do it.
What can you? Just once. One and done.
No. That's written.
Right.
No? You don't want that.
The second, the repeat?
could tell I'm used to playing it, please. It's
I'll
my
do
birthday.
it for you.
It's
I'll
my
do it
birthday.
for you.
It's my
I'll do it
birthday.
for your birthday.
Just once.
Yes. Oh, fine. Oh, that's your request.
That's my request.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's follow my lead.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Come on into the sanctuary. We're going to begin Kabbalat Shabbat. Welcome, everybody. We're delighted to have you here with us. Come on into the sanctuary.
What about Micha Mosa? Come on into the sanctuary, everybody. We're going to begin Kabbalat Shabbat. Come on into the sanctuary, everybody. Kabbalat Shabbat is about to begin. Come on in. Come on into the sanctuary. We're about to begin.
Come on into the sanctuary, everyone. We're going to begin Kabbalat Shabbat. Come on in, grab a siddur.
Just that one line.
Welcome, join us. We're singing in the sanctuary. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. Let's begin on page 5. Page 5, Shalom Aleichem. Welcome, everybody.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'achem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 ay. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 ay. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitkhem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One more time. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 11, Lechune Ranana. Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana Ladonai. Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Letzur Shenu Nekama Fama Betodah. Naria, Naria, Letzur Shenu Yismirot Naria Lo. Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana Ladonai. Lechune Ranana, Lechune Ranana Ladonai. 40 שנה הכות בדו והומם תועל לבבם והם לא ידעו דרכי אשר נשבעתי ויביאי אם יבואון אל מנוחתי. 13.
שיר לאדוני, שיר חדש, שיר לאדוני, כל הארץ, שיר לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני, ומולל מאוד, נורהו, על כל אלוהים, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, באדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו, הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו ממך ובואו לחצרותיו, השתחוו לאדוני בחדר קודש, עלו מפניו כל הארץ, אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, עתיקון תבל בל תימוד, ידין עמים במישרים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל עצי הער לפני אדוני, כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ויאמין באמונתו,
To before we continue, want to welcome and introduce Joe Blumberg. Joe is a third-year rabbinical student at the Jewish Theological Seminary, JTS, in Manhattan. Joe is our scholar in residence here at CBI this weekend, and we'll be hearing a little bit more from Joe throughout our service this evening, and then tomorrow morning as well. And tomorrow at Kiddush, we can also engage with Joe if anybody has questions about the seminary, about the rabbinical school, about what that journey is like, about enrollment, about trends, about anything and all things rabbinical schools and JTS specifically. Joe will be here to continue engaging with all of us throughout Shabbat. So we're delighted to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Joe. And let's keep singing together. Page 15 into 16.
Adonai malach tagel haaretz, yismechu im rabim, anan v'rafel svivav, tzedek u'mishpat mechon kiso.
Last four lines on 16. Or Zarua.
O zarua la tzadik u'lishrei simcha, 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 simchu tzadikim, Ozaru ala tzadik ulishelei simcha. 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 Simcha tzadikim b'Adonai v'odu lezecher kodsho. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Mizmor shir Adonai shir chadash. Ki niflat asa, Hoshia lo yemino, Uzera kodesho.
Page 18, 3 lines down from the top of the page. Zamru l'Adonai bechinor.
Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor b'kol zimra, b'chatzotzrot b'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai, yiram hayam umlo'o, tevel v'yoshveiva. Neharot imcha uchav, yachad harim yiraneinu. Lifnei Adonai kiva, lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel v'tzedek, ve'amim ve'meisharim. Yiram hayam umlo'o, tevel v'yoshveiva. Neharot imcha uchav, yachad harim yiraneinu.
Adonai malach yilgezu amim yoshev kerevim tanut haaretz. Adonai b'tzion gadol v'ramu akol ha'amim.
Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu. Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishach. Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho.
Let's rise, page 21.
Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nelim, Havul Adonai kavod va'oz, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Ishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavod hirim, Adonai al ורבים כל אדוני בכוח כל אדוני בהדר כל אדוני שובר ארזים וישבר אדוני את עשי הלבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון כמו בן רמים כל אדוני חוצב לבוטש כל אדוני יחיל מדבר יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש כל אדוני יכול אל הילדות ויחסו יערות ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד אדוני למה הוא ישב וישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוש לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום יאי נאי 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 נאי
You may be seated. Let's turn to 23 Lechadodi.
לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבורך תשמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשמו תפארת ולתהילה לחדודי לקראת קלה
פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה
מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה קומי צאי מתוך אפיך רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה הוא יחמול עלייך חמלה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת
נקבלה התנערי מעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך מעל יד בן ישי בית הלחמי קורבה אל נפשי נפשי גאלה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה
חדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שידברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת
נקבלה לא תבושי ולא תקמי מה תשכחי ומה תהמי בך יחסו עניי עמי ונבנתה עיר עתילה לחדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה
והיו לי שיסה שעושייך ורחקו כל מבלייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך כי משוש חתן חתן הכלה לך דודי לקראת כלה ונקבלה
ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על ידי איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת
נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה.
You may be seated. The Psalm for Shabbat, page 27.
This is a beautiful melody by Debbie Friedman, and this was a special request that we do this tonight by Len Hausman, who's beautifully accompanying us on the guitar tonight. It was also his birthday just yesterday.
Mazel tov, Len.
So this
Mazel
is a
tov.
birthday present to Len, and as part of the present, we're going to let Len sing the verses. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת.
להגיד, what's the words?
להגיד בבוקר חסדך.
להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עזוב, עלי נפל, עלי היגיון בחינו, מזמור שיר ליום השבת,
טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר
לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, כי שמחתני אדוני בפועלך, מעשה ידיך הרחני, מה כפו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד כפו משפטיך, איש לא ידע וכסיר יבין עצו. מזמור שיר ליום השבת,
טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת,
מזמור שיר
ליום השבת. צדיק קטן יפרח כארז בלבנון ישגה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינון בשיבה ישנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה בו.
Adonai malach geut lavesh, lavesh Adonai ozitaza, aftikon, tevel baltimot, nachon kisecha meaz meolam ata. מקולות מים רבים מדירים משפרי המדיר במקום אדוני נותך למנורך הקודש אדוני לאורך ימים. This time we are going to call to mind all those whose yortzites we are observing this week. We remember Archie Berkowitz, Miriam Birnbaum, Rosalind Blatt, Michael Brenzel, Ida Bronfman, Albert Brown, David Brown, Paul Cantor, Max Cohen, Morris L. Cohen, William Cohen, Martha Coleman, Anna Dobkin, Fanny Ashkenazi Solman, Morris Fern, Joseph H. Fink, Toby Friedman, Lena Fruitman, Mortimer Gershman, Esther Gottfried, Sarah Goes, Bernard N. Hochberg, Alan Horowitz, Alan Mark Horowitz, Abraham Jacobs, Mildred Cater, Alexander Kalmanson, David Kilberg, Sanford Klein, Morris Coster, Martin Levine, Samuel Levine, Maurice Margulis, Louis J. Morman, Leo Mendelovitz, Ellen T. Meth, Jenny Mostowski, Jacob Mual, June Nyhouse, Bernetta Strowski, Sarah Paluski, Sally Pearl, Enoch T. Rod, Dinah Rosenblum, George Rosenhaus, Morris Rubenstein, Ira Samuels, Joseph Smith, Judith Solomon, Morris Spector, Frederick Spitalny, Peter Stone, Rebecca Tenenhaus, Max Walters, Sylvia Walkstein, Bella Jungelson, Jetta Zaldin, Henry Zimmerman. I'm going to invite those of you with us this evening here in person, anybody also joining us on Zoom, if you are in mourning, if you are observing a yortzeit this week, let me invite you to rise, and we'll turn to page 30, where we find the words that link one generation to another. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, ve'olma divrach yichutei, v'yamlich malchutei, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעולמה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen. We pray that the memory of all those you recall this evening remain as a blessing for you in life. We are delighted that Joe will teach us some Torah this evening. So let's offer our attention, our kavanah to Joe.
Thank you, Rabbi Eisenberg. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you so much for welcoming me. I'm really feeling the warmth. So thank you for putting up with a stranger on your bima for a night and smiling back. So for those of you who have no idea why I'm here or what's going on, I am a rabbinical student at the Jewish Theological Seminary in New York. And JTS sends us as students all over the country to synagogues who are doing particularly interesting work for us to learn about what you're doing and also for us to share a little bit about what's going on at JTS and the kinds of conversations that we're having about the problems that the Jewish world is facing and the way that we're thinking about them. Can everyone hear me okay? Okay, great. It's a little feedback, but okay. And one of the things that we're talking a lot about these days is hope, which might feel obvious. And we're looking for, in our Jewish tradition, a sense of hope that is a little bit deeper than just positive thinking. Because the things that we're going through, no matter where you are on the political spectrum, are very challenging. And there's a lot of darkness in our world. The global warming crisis that we are living through, that we are smelling as people who live in New Jersey and New York, and the seemingly endless war in Israel and Gaza. There's just a lot of darkness, and we've been looking, as we've been studying our text, for a hope that isn't Pollyannish about the challenges that we're going through as a people, but also that clearly has one foot in a better world. So I was discussing this question with a friend of mine at school the other day, and he shared the following story with me, which I would like to share with you. There's a story about a professor from JTS in the 1950s, Dr. Avram Holtz, who went to Jerusalem to live for a year, for his year of study in rabbinical school. And this was the very early days of the state, when everyday items were hard to come by. So the first thing that Dr. Holtz did when he moved to Jerusalem was go down to the telephone store and order a telephone. A week goes by, a month goes by, then 2 months hits, and he still doesn't have his telephone. So he goes back to the telephone store, and he says, "What's going on? Where's my telephone?" And the guy at the store says, "There's a back order on telephones. You might get your phone in about a year." And Dr. Holtz says, "A year? There's no hope that I would get my telephone anytime sooner? Ein tikva, no hope?" And the telephone store man said, "Asur liyehudi lomar ein tikva. Tikva yesh, efsharut ein," which means, a lot of Hebrew speakers. It's forbidden for a Jew to say there is no hope. There's no possibility that you're getting your telephone anytime soon, but there's always hope. So even when there is no hope, there is hope. I think that's the paradox that lives at the heart of the Jewish story, right? Because how many times has our people almost been destroyed, and against all evidence to the contrary, we are not. I think it's also the paradox that lives at the heart of what it means to do tshuva, the spiritual work that we did over the high holidays. Because no matter how far we've gone from the best versions of ourselves, no matter how far away we are, none of us would have come to shul on Yom Kippur if we didn't believe, hope against hope, that there was a chance that we could actually be better people in the next year. And this dynamic, this paradox, I think also lives in the middle of our parsha for the week. So I just want to share where I think it lives. One of the stories in our parsha is the story of the disintegration of Abraham's family. But the beginning starts really optimistically. Right after 90 years of barrenness, Sarah is finally given a child, and she's overjoyed. Yitzchak is born. But the story darkens really quickly when Sarah sees Ishmael, who is the son of Hagar, Abraham's maidservant, playing or maybe making fun of her son Yitzchak. And she goes into this jealous rage, and she demands that Abraham cast Hagar and Ishmael out of the house. And from there, the relationships in this parsha really collapse like a house of cards. Abraham resents that his wife would request such an unthinkable thing, to send his own son and maidservant out of the house, and a rift grows between them. But Abraham acquiesces to this demand and expels Hagar and Ishmael out into the wilderness. And as a result, Yitzchak and Ishmael are torn out of each other's lives. as young children. And maybe the most wrenching part of this of all, we read that Hagar isn't able to protect her son in the wilderness, and she places him under some small bushes far away so she won't have to watch him suffer as their food runs out. All of this happens really quickly. In 16 verses, the family falls apart and becomes victims of each other's jealousy and timidity and anxiety and helplessness. And as they're spiraling away from each other, we're left with this feeling of profound stuckness, maybe even hopelessness. How could so many rifts have formed so quickly in this family? How could the family have fallen so far from where they once were? And how could all of this estrangement ever possibly be put back together? And it's in the midst of this darkest moment for our first Jewish family that we read about the potential for a future that is radically different from anything that anybody in our story could possibly have imagined. Nestled within all of this alienation and this separation, we're reminded of God's promise to Avram in last week's Parsha, when God told him to leave his father's house and God would make him a great nation. All of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, we get this reminder that that bracha, that blessing, exists. And then right after Sarah demands that Abraham cast Hagar out with Ishmael, God reminds Hagar, Lagoy gadol asimenu, I will make a great nation out of him, Ishmael, your son, also. And these verses stick out in the midst of this endlessly spiraling family despair. Hope for a different and optimistic version of the future suddenly breaks through. But it doesn't break through from a human voice. Maybe because the Torah recognizes that this kind of hope is too much to ask a person to muster when they're feeling this dark. But it comes from a divine voice who declares that despite all evidence to the contrary, the family's future could still be radically different from their present. This is not a magical hope. It's not a hope that tells the characters in our story that the pain that they're experiencing is suddenly going to disappear. It's a subtler and I think more enduring and real sense of hope that asks them to simply suspend their disbelief that a different future is possible without denying the pain of their present. It's a hope that invites them to listen closely to the still small voice, that kol demama daka, that's always whispering in their ears. You might not see the possibility of a different future, and that's okay, but I do. Our Parsha this Shabbat is asking us to recognize that the feelings of stuckness we experience in our lives, when we think about our own lives, our country, the state of the world, those feelings are not mutually exclusive with the knowledge that our future can be different and better from our past. And that is deeply unintuitive when you're in the pit, when you're in a dark place. It might even feel like it's a paradox. But that paradox has been a part of our people's story from the beginning. And so my blessing for us this Shabbat evening is that we allow ourselves to spend a little extra time looking at our lives and our world through God's eyes, with one foot firmly planted in the very real challenges and darkness around us, and the other foot planted firmly in a vision of what could be. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. We are continuing with Mariv on page 39a, and I'll invite you as you're able to rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'tzalmo. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila. Adonai Tzavaot Shemo, El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Amari V'Aravim. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Havta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu, ufkumenu nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, ufmitzvotecha leolam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavatcha al tasir, mimenu leolamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, B'chol levavcha, uv'chol nafshecha, uv'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavcha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibartavam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha b'derech, Uv'shochbecha, uv'kumecha, u'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'yisharecha, v'hayayim shemot yishmo mitzvot Hashem. Adonai Elohechem emet.
We're on page 44. Page 44. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה מרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדע בקודש מלכותך רבנך בוקיים לפני משה זה עלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך, המבעד ונאמר, כי פדן יעקב, וגאלו מי חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל Israel. Page 45, we find this prayer for shalom at nighttime, a prayer for peace at nighttime. Nighttime, historically and perhaps to this day, can be dangerous, and certainly tonight, as we have every single evening for over 400 days, we're thinking of the hostages, and God knows where they're spending their nights tonight. We think of the Israelis who are running to bomb shelters and whose nights are disrupted so that they can get to safety and shelter. And our compassion and our empathy always extends even beyond ourselves and our family and the Jewish family. We think of those who are held captive in other ways as human shields by fanatics and extremists. We think of all those in this world oppressed and hungry and scared and homeless, and we extend the Sukkah of Shalom upon all. Let's read together on 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Let's rise, Vishamru 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת, שבת וינפש. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, לדורותם ברית עולם. חדש שמי רבה מעולמה דברך ירתי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חון וביומי חון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם לעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעולמה ויאמרו אמן.
We'll take a few moments for private prayer and the words of the Amidah, 47 through 52. Middle of 51. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech Adon lecho Shalom. Ki ata Shalom, Shalom Ahava Yisrael Acha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Ahava Yisrael Acha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל אחר תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל אחר תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. 53. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם. ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו, כי היבוא שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, קונה שמיים וארץ.
מגן אבות בדברו, מחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רוצה להניח להם, כי בם רוצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות. אל ההודעות אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעם מדושני עונג, זכר למעשה וראשית. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, צי במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, שמחנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך. לה 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 לה. טהר ליבנו וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת, וטהר ליבנו וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת. יה לה 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 לה, 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 יה לה 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 לה. והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה ישראל מקדשי שמך. יה לה 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 לה, 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 יה לה 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 לה. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
יתגדל וירא שמי רבה,
אמן.
תלמד תברח, יוטב למזבחי בחייך ולמברכון, ובחייך בית ישראל, בגלל בזמן קריב ימרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לעולמי עולמיה, יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קדושה.
בריחו.
לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו.
אמן.
Titkabal Zoton Vaton, the Hoyesel Kodama Bahundi Bishmaya Veimu.
Amen.
Yeh, Shlamar Avamin Shemai, Vechaim Elenu Belko Yisrael Veimu.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom bimrama, fuya say shalom, Aleinu Belko Yisrael, Belko Yoshvei Tevel, Veimeru.
Amen.
Aleinu
לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה, ליוצר ראשית.
לא עשנו פרי הרצות ולא שמנו, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים משתחווים ומודים בפני מלך מלכי המלכים.
הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב עיקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום להשם אותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. כן גם אנחנו ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
One final mourner's Kaddish for Mariv, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, ve'olma divrach yichutei, v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv yimeru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach, le'olam u'lo me'omaya, יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעולמה וימרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יאמרו אמן. You may be seated. Let me call upon our president, Henry Bloom, for some greetings and thank yous.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I want to start by thanking Joe, welcoming you, and thank you for your words of Torah and for teaching us this evening. Yasher Koach, and we look forward to more tomorrow. And I hope everyone will join us tomorrow morning for that. Thank you to Len for his good guitar accompaniment to enhancing our service. Makes a really beautiful service. And of course, Cantor Wallach and Rabbi Eisenberg for, as always, a beautiful service. I have to say, you know, after dinner with 200 people here and seeing all the old familiar faces, it's like reunion evening here. I mean, seeing Nan and Hannah and Ellen and Natalie and everyone else who's back to visit. It's really a pleasure, and you are always welcome in your CBI home. This is your family, and we just hope to see you as often as possible. So thank you for joining us this evening. I'm just going to give you a smattering because there are so many things on our calendar, and I want to give you a flavor of just the breadth and depth of programming at Congregation B'nai Israel. For those of you who are interested in adult learning, our lifelong learning program is in full swing. There'll be another session. Len Hausman has a series of modules on Monday morning at 9:30. This week, the origins and evolution of Yisker continuing. So join us for that. It doesn't matter if you weren't there for the previous sessions. Join us at 9:30. Also, on Monday evenings, we've resumed Talmud study with Rabbi Akiba Lubau. Please join us for that at 7:30 on Monday evenings. And the Rabbi's Pirkei Avot class continues as well on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. So all these opportunities for lifelong learning at CBI. In the immediate next few days, so on Sunday, we have a special program, Blessing of the Animals. Bring your pets to receive a special blessing from our clergy, and we have a number of veterinarians at CBI, and so you can hear from our veterinarians about animal care and enjoy some special treats for both the humans and the animals. That same day, on Sunday in the evening, we have a movie night, and we haven't had that for quite some time, but Art Fredman and Phyllis Elson are sponsoring a movie night. We'll be showing the film No Name Restaurant here. I spoke to Art this morning. There are still a few openings. There is a maximum capacity for this, but still an opportunity to sign up for movie night on, and that is this Sunday, November 17th. So you may have noticed over the past years in the post-October 7th world, we've consciously tried to partner with more and more Jewish organizations, other synagogues, other Jewish institutions. If you were here on Simchat Torah, we had a beautiful combined service with Oheb Shalom here in this sanctuary. Our morning minions on Monday and Thursday are in combination with Temple Beth Am in Springfield. And this Monday evening, we have a special program that we're partnering with the organization, the Jewish Parent Academy. It'll be here at CBI. Quite a speaker. We have David Harris here. The title of his talk will be A Year of Turmoil, A Lifetime of Insight, the post-October 7th geopolitics. I just want to encourage people to come to this program. There's already a lot of people from the Jewish Parent Academy signed up. There'll be dozens of Jewish families who are new to this congregation, new to CBI, so it'd be nice to have a big turnout from CBI to welcome them here and show them that we have a vibrant synagogue here. So please come. That is on Monday evening. You do need to register, so please check your email for that and do so right away. So our security committee is offering a program in active threat training that is open to the whole CBI community on Monday, November 25th at 6:30. Please register for that if you are interested in that. And if social action is your interest, we are going to be participating in a Thanksgiving food drive. So help CBI support the Interfaith Food Pantry of the Oranges by participating in the 2024 Thanksgiving Food Drive. You'll be able to drop items here in the front lobby through November 24th. So please participate in that. And finally, I just want to please put on your calendar that the Men's Club annual Hanukkah dinner will be taking place on December 15th. So please mark your calendars, and more details will be coming for that. And if you'll just indulge me for one additional moment, one important reminder. Our annual High Holiday Appeal continues. We are winding that down over the next week or two. Thank you. Many of you have made a pledge to this year's campaign. It is so important to the synagogue. So I want to thank you actually on behalf of our committee co-chairs, Linda Sotnick and Steve Brown, for your generous contributions. For those of you who have not had a chance to make a pledge this year, please do so, and please give as generously as you can. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Henry. And maybe even, we are in the sanctuary, but to all of our volunteers who put a dinner together for 200, and CBI staff, and all of the benefactors and sponsors of the dinner, just please a gracious round of applause for all of them if we can, okay? Yes. Our next Erev Shabbat Live dinner is on Friday, December 13th. And that weekend, we will also have a scholar in residence. We're going to have Rabbi Danny Nevins, who is the head of school at Golda Ak Academy. He was my dean at JTS when I was in the, you missed him by a year. Did he interview you? Not even. You missed him by a year. All right. He's legendary. And you would have gotten in even had he interviewed you too. Either way, you're in, Joe. So Danny Nevins, Rabbi Nevins, will be here with us in December, and we're really looking forward to that. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., our service begins just before we conclude with Yigdal. Len, you're going to get one of these, but you're also going to have to play Yom Huledet Sameach for yourself and for others. If you have a November birthday, and even, I guess, even an October or November birthday, we'd love for you to come and get a Toblerone. Just please, if you had meat tonight, you've got to wait because these are dairy, but you can still take it home, okay?
Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday, Len. יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא בעין אל מציאותו, אחד בין יחיד כייחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אינו דמותו גוף ואינו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו, כאן מונח ובמור אשר נברא, ראשון בין ראשית לראשיתו, הינו אדון עולם בכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד, נביא ומביא את אמונתו, תורת אמונתם ביד פועל, על יד נביאו למען ביתו, לא יחל יפעל ולא ימיר דתו, לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומל לאיש חסר כנפעלו, נותן לשורה כרישתו, ישלח בקץ ימין משיחנו, לפדות מחלקי קץ ישועתו, מתים יחייהם ברוב חסדו, ברוך הדעה שם תהילתו, מתים יחייהם ברוב חסדו, ברוך הדעה שם תהילתו.
Shabbat Shalom. See you tomorrow morning. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Happy birthday. Oh, good. Yashakar.
Thank you so much for welcoming me to us.
Beautiful. This is fun. It's fun.
So nice.
Yes. Oh,
That's so good. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Hi. Nice to meet you. Oh yeah? What's your involvement?